What is going on, my Patreonians? I don't know what word we're supposed to call the Patreons, but thank you all for being subscribers, and we really, really appreciate it, man. Um, we promise you guys solo videos. I want to bring you guys one here. It is Thursday. I am sitting outside waiting for my daughters to finish their dance class, and we have a very interesting game this week. We're going up against the Arizona Cardinals, who are the only undefeated team in the NFC West, and they are averaging like 35 points a game. The Niners are going to have their hands full this week, but there are some thoughts that I don't know if I'm necessarily going to be able to share or get off my chest without being interrupted in a good way on a show. So let me just start with that the quarterback position, because that's where everyone wants to go first, right? Um, I do not believe Jimmy Garoppolo is really injured. I think the 49ers are doing exactly what they need to do and saying what they need to say in case Trey Lance is not ready. I have been saying for a while that Trey won't start until he's ready. And here we are where they're about to start him and he may not be ready. If you go back and you watch that game and take all your, oh, I want Jimmy or I want Trey away, take all that away. Just watch from a standpoint of observing the quarterback. Trey Lance didn't have that great of a game, but there was plenty to be excited about. There's things that he's obviously going to get better at, but he's just not ready. A ready quarterback won't make the early mistakes and throws that he made. It's early jitters, and it's early jitters because he hasn't played, and he hasn't played because he's not ready, and so on and so forth, right? But those screens and things like that he was missing on very early, those are the exact plays that when Jimmy was missing, we were pissed off about because he's an 8-year vet. And you should be pissed off about them when the rookie does it also, um, because those are the plays that when your quarterback is going in and he's having a rough game or they know that he's nervous, those are the plays that they give them that are supposed to calm them down. Those are the easy ones, right? The screen plays and all that stuff. Those are the ones that the coaching staff and the offensive coordinator and the play callers design to get them into rhythm. And he was missing on those. But those won't be woes for very long. Trey's going to settle down. He's going to learn how to put some touch on passes. He throws a lot of hard passes and all. We saw some very exciting things from him, that 4th and 8 conversion to Debo, where he scrambled, broke out of the pocket, ran towards the line of scrimmage, pulled up and threw it across his body to the left to Debo. I mean, just a phenomenal play. He put some heat on it, didn't have to throw it as hard as he did, but it's okay. It was a completed pass. Um, I saw some negativity about the touchdown pass that he threw to Debo, where he was wide open with nobody near him in a 15-yard radius. People were saying, "Oh, Debo had to stop and wait for it and all that." I don't think that was necessarily a bad play, only because in that moment when you see it, you have to be able to take advantage of it. It's a touchdown, no matter who the quarterback is, right? The job at that point is not to hit him in stride. You hit someone in stride when they need that speed to get into the end zone. At that point, hit the still target right in the chest, right down the middle. Just get it there. And that's what he did. It was a pass. Debo sat on it, and then he ran it in. Because imagine if he tries to hit him in stride and he overthrows it, right? Or it's an outside shoulder to make sure that nobody closes in on it and it goes too far out of bounds or something. Those were the things that you don't worry about in those situations. So the play that some people are going to knock him for, even though it was a touchdown, I don't think you knock him. I would not be upset if Jimmy Garoppolo did that, Tom Brady did that, anybody, as long as it's still a touchdown. If he threw it too far to the middle of the field and allowed someone to close on him, then you get upset. If for some reason that throw did not result in a touchdown, it's fair to be upset. Otherwise, you take it. Now, um, I don't think Jimmy is really injured. Um, this is the 49ers insurance plan. As I said at the top of this, what you do is you say that Jimmy's injured. Kyle knows that the offense disappointed the defense. Unfortunately, the blame is going to fall on Jimmy Garoppolo, right? But you don't do 5 3-and-outs consecutively and only have 7 points to show for it. Those 7 points were your scripted plays. 8 plays on that scripted drive, and you get the touchdown. But the back-to-back to back to back to back 3-and-outs should result in more points. Here's a caveat. There would have been more points if we had Robbie Gould or a kicker in there. So you have to take these things with a grain of salt. Jimmy did enough to drive the team down to field goal position twice on that drive, on those drives, and it resulted in no points. Okay, so technically it should have been 13-0. That changes the way Seattle plays. They're now passing a little bit more. They abandon the run game a little bit. It's all a trickle down effect. I do think this, and I know I shouldn't say this. I don't know if I've ever said it on the show, but if we had Robbie Gould, that game ends different. If we had Robbie Gould, the 49ers win that game because Jimmy's confidence is not destroyed by the fact of them getting no points on those drives. Keep that in mind. Following the game, this is why I don't think that Jimmy's really injured. Following the game, Jimmy said at the podium that he stayed loose enough to go back in if Trey did get injured. Well, if you were loose enough to do that, you were loose enough to go in there and play. You're not getting $25 million to say, hey, I'm cramping, I don't want to go out there. That's not real football. We're gonna do a breakdown of Jimmy's presser from yesterday on Wednesday, and I'm gonna give you guys a little bit more reason as to why I don't think he's injured. But I'll leave that alone for now. What to expect from this game? The Cardinals have not played a defense like the 49ers yet. They've played. Oh man, it's going to be rough. Okay, I don't know it off the top of my head. I know they played the Jaguars. I believe they played the Titans. They played the Vikings, and they played the Rams. None of those defenses get home as fast and as hard as the 49ers defensive line does. All right. You can say that they have played against a better corner. Got Ramsey out there, right? You can say you can pick and choose from each team. I would say that the Vikings probably have the better secondary, but the Vikings put up 30-something points, and it was a shootout. So it's not all it's not all bad. But the Niners are going to go in there with a much better defense than what any team that they faced so far this year. That part I'm confident on. Now you have to look at we have a kicker. That's the game changer. Trey Lance getting plays that are designed for him all week long. That is a very, very big factor here. But what I want to remind you guys to do is this. When you're watching this game, don't watch with expectations. You watch with hopes. You hope we win, but you shouldn't expect anything. If someone were to tell me right now that Brandon Aiyuk is going to have 7 receptions for 140 yards and 2 touchdowns, it would not surprise me because Trey Lance is the type of quarterback that can take advantage of Brandon Aiyuk's skill set as a wide receiver. Not saying that Jimmy can't. Jimmy just doesn't do that often, and that's something else that I'm going to get into later. Jimmy's can'ts versus Jimmy's don'ts, and is that a thing? And later, as in another time, another show. Maybe we'll do that tonight. We're actually going to post a video. We're going to go live tonight as a crew, so maybe I'll bring that up there. But yeah, so these are things that I keep in mind and factor in throughout the day. Watch and hope for a win, hope for a good showing. But what we should be doing is watching with no expectation. We shouldn't expect to win. We also shouldn't expect to lose. Let me be very clear here. You shouldn't expect to win, but you shouldn't expect to lose. You want to sit down and actually be entertained by this game. It's Trey Lance's first start. We should be celebrating. The team is still holding out hope that Jimmy can get in there, and it's possible that he can. I'm not concerned with their corners, with the 49ers corners covering all the different wide receivers that they have out there. I am going to be mostly concerned. My biggest thing is going to be the checkdowns and the screens. In order for plays to develop down the field for Arizona to take advantage of all of their different wide receivers, there has to be time in the pocket for Kyler. That's not going to happen. You have to stop Kyler from running, so you have to contain him well, and you have to get pressure on him early. That's going to force them to only have checkdowns. Make them earn every inch of that field. Don't give up the big plays, and I don't think there's going to be a lot of them. And they'll do it. Kyler's that guy. He's going to throw them out there. He's going to definitely get busy. He is that person, but that doesn't mean that they have to connect. All right. So don't expect a lot of that happening this week. Maybe one, maybe two of them, but nothing that's going to be sustainable, in my personal opinion. When it comes to anything else, we doing these solo videos here. I guess we could talk shit about each other, right? Let me tell you guys what I don't like about Wayne Breezy. No, I'm kidding. I'm not going to do that. But if they start talking shit about me in the shows, y'all write it in the comments, and then I'll start talking shit about them when they're doing their solo things. I'll start talking shit about them when they're doing their solo things. Okay. Again, guys, thanks for jumping in here. The Patreon content. Oh, I do have one more thing I want to share with you guys. So I was messaging someone who seems to think that Trey Lance they didn't guarantee it, but they're very positive and very certain that Trey Lance will start on Sunday. And from what they said they saw, I have to make sure I say this the right way. From what they said they saw, the, the if you listen to Mike McDaniel, you listen to Kyle Shanahan, they're saying that that Jimmy's taking all the virtual reps. So if he's healthy on Sunday, he can start. But Trey's the one physically doing it. From what I'm understanding, that is nonsense. Not that they're not training them, not that Jimmy's not taking the reps with Trey virtually, but that the play designs are already different. That's all I'm allowed to say right now. And as soon as I get okayed to say more, I will. All right, guys. We'll bring you guys some more videos very, very soon. I promise you. One thing that I'm really excited about are the presser breakdowns. You guys hear myself and you guys hear Brian talk about how much body language makes a difference and the way people speak, the things they emphasize on and what they stutter over and all that. Well, we're going to start breaking down pressers here, even old ones, just to give you guys some examples of what's going on. So hopefully we have a couple of those done before the game on Sunday and you guys get to enjoy them. Okay. So we'll see you guys later on tonight. Peace.